Okay. Remind me, chat, that I need to get some cool theme music to go with the countdown timer in the Rumble studio. First of all, can y'all hear me? Because it says my microphone is working, but you just never know. The kid doesn't know. Hello, chat ninja in the chat. And shout outs to Shiloh Mania in the house. Sup, adequate alcohol in the mix. I decided to do the stream from the Rumble studio today. I kind of am feeling this joint. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, look at that! Getting the love on both sides. That's a wild T3 on YouTube and a wild T3 on Rumble. Chopping by before, I mean, probably right at the beginning of the show with winning. Anywho. Hello, chat. Good to see you all. So I went back to the real world today. It's, it's only a super touch exhausting. And I couldn't decide before the show started if I was wanting to do the show or if I just wanted to, like, say screw it, you're tired, you don't feel like it. You can just take the night off, not do a stupid show. And then I remembered something about the show. This book don't have the chapters. I can do it for as long as I want to, or as briefly as I'd like. And something just dawned on me about 5 minutes before I went live with the show. That this book particularly might have been a much better series as, like, YouTube shorts. Because it's kind of like you do a bunch of them all at once, it can get a little repetitive. I mean, it's the art of worldly wisdom, loosely translated, the 300 rules not to be a fucking idiot, and most of the rules are don't be born a fucking idiot. And it's just like, well, that's cool. Good advice, bro. I can't do a lot with that. Like, so maybe it might be possible that this might be the last episode of the Art of Worldly Wisdom as a live stream, and we may just have to think of something else because there's like still even if we get through 25 of these tonight, and I'm not sure about that, like we have gotten through 75 so far, might just do the other 200 as a short series, like one a day or so, and then do something else with the live streams because this really ain't it for that. Like this would be much better as like a YouTube shorts or a TikTok videos. I don't do TikTok, but I'm on YouTube. I could make this a shorts. And then people would have to eat my shorts if they want to keep following the art of worldly wisdom. And then I could do a book or something, whatever. Like I could do something else that is less quotably quotable based. I don't know. It seems like it might be a reasonable ass idea. I'm not 100% sold on it, but it wouldn't be that much more work to do these as like a YouTube short that you can digest in like less than 2 minutes because I don't know, maybe they're not shorts. Like I don't know what the limit is on shorts like for maximum. Is it like 60 seconds? Because probably couldn't do these in 60 seconds. They take long enough to read. But anyway, we're gonna see how the stream works from the Rumble Studio for a change because I've been trying to sales pitch this thing and I do believe. Huh, there it is. We have the text, right? Y'all can see the text. Yeah, there it is. The Art of Worldly Wisdom. I know we're on 76, but I don't know what page that is. I think it's 77. No, that's 75. One more page. They would make really good shorts. I can synthesize, like, I don't know. We'll see about it, like, but Rule 76 on how not to be a dumb shit is do not always be jesting. Well, fuck. Wisdom is shown in serious matters and is more appreciated than mere wit. Come on now, though. What about my jokes? My jokes are the funny. He that is always ready for jests is never ready for serious things. That's bullshit. They resemble liars in that men never believe either, always expecting a lie in one, a joke in the other. Oh, that's not good. A liar and a joker are the same thing? Like, you can't believe them. They must be the same thing, right? One never knows when you speak with judgment, which is the same as if you had none. Oh, it's because if you's always joking, they don't know when you're being serious. You have to start with, I'm being serious. That's like if a man tells another man he loves him, you have to say no homo after. It's the rules. So you have to end with your thing that you said in a very joking manner with, I'm being serious though. A continual jest soon loses all zest. Oh, that's a great rhyme. Many get the repute of being witty, but thereby lose the credit of being sensible. Well, usually when I find out that people are witty, they're usually fairly intelligent. That doesn't always make them insensible. Jest has its little hour, seriousness should have all the rest. Ah, piss off. I'm gonna have a little more fun. But I get the point, and everyone else should get the point. It's not a hard point to get. Most of these rules are don't be a fucking idiot. And I guess if you got to deal with people in serious situations, yeah, you got to be serious, fuck. But you can still joke though. It's not just balance and be mostly serious. Yerdivic theology. Hello, Squabobbles. Welcome to the first attempt at rumbling in the studio. I can't bring up the chats when I have the presentation up. Huh. I can still see them, but I cannot bring them up. Well, this is a bummer deal. Noted, though. Wait a minute. Maybe I didn't do it correctly. Oh, I was just lagging. They do come up. Hey there, Squab. Goods to see you, my friend. 77th rule is be all things to all men. This is literally assume formlessness, which is the 48th law of the laws of power. A discreet Proteus, learned with the learned, saintly with the sainted. It is the great art to gain everyone's suffrages. Yes, take everybody's votes. That's what suffrage means. It means voting, approval, support. Their goodwill gains general agreement. Yes, like it's much easier when you've got the support of the people to do a thing than it is to do anything by yourself. Do not always be flapping. That must be in regards to the last one that we just got finished with. But yeah, do not always be flapping, like just for the record. Notice men's moods and adapt yourself to each, genial or serious as the case may be. Like, yes, we discussed all of this. We went through the 48 laws of power, and this was literally the final law is blend in everywhere. It's actually rigged. Follow their lead, glossing over the changes as cunningly as possible. This is an indispensable art for dependent persons. And we are all pretty interdependent on each other, at least to some extent dependent on the people around us to make things go or smoothly. It's called society. But this Savior fair calls for great cleverness. He only will find no difficulty who has a universal genius in his knowledge and universal ingenuity in his wit, which means this is only applicable to those people who are smart, and dumb people can't do this. Thank goodness there are no dumb people ever coming to my stream. That would be awful. Would you not all agree? Like, if we had dumb people here, how terrible does that sound? But if you are of the universal genius levels in your wit and your cunning, you can figure out what people will resonate with and you can adapt to it fairly quickly. Or you can just like make your own lane and they know you here. Dang, this must be like a super lag because this just came through. And that was the last one that we had talked about before this one. Maybe Squab is behind in the stream. We'll see how long it takes him before he hears this. Because I can't tell if my chat is like super laggy or if it's just the Squabob who's very laggy. Anywho, yeah, if you really want to in-depth look at what this particular little maxim is, we did discuss it. It's on the channel on both YouTube and Rumble. Uh, and that is the 48th law of the 48 laws of power with a special guest divinity. And yeah, that was a really good, fun episode. It's extremely long. It's like 4 hours and some change, but a lot of that was celebrating the fact that I made it through that damn book as a as a heavy read. But anyway, um, let's get into doing the Roman numerals. 78. The art of undertaking things. There's an art to undertaking things. So, to all of you who are looking to at some point become undertakers and run funeral parlors, there's some things you need to know. First of all, fools rush in through the door, for folly is always the bold. So what are you saying? Like geniuses like sneak in through the window? That's a little creepy. No, I don't think that's what he's saying. Sorry. Sorry, I'm the dumb. Baki is the smart class. Hello, my dude, and welcome to my first legitimate attempt to do the stream, an actual stream, not just like a test stream or a hanging out with a homie stream, but my actual stream through the Rumble Studios. And so far, I think it's going pretty well. Oh, look at that. That is a cheers announcement. So we're going to pause right there for the cheers. Not doing Undertaker duty. We're doing stuff. The same simplicity which robs them of all attention to precautions deprives them of all sense of shame at failure. It's because they're fools. But prudence enters with more deliberation. Its forerunners are caution and care. They advance and discover whether you can also advance without danger. Every rush forward is freed from danger by caution, while fortune sometimes helps in such cases. Step cautiously where you suspect depth. Sagacity goes cautiously forward while precaution covers the ground. Nowadays, there are unsuspected depths in human intercourse. You must therefore cast the lead at every step. There's a lot. There's a lot of words there. Is doing a lot of words in that one. Oh, that's unfortunate, Squab, if you are indeed dumb but not deaf, because life is hard when you're dumb. It's unfortunate but true. But this is, I mean, boiling it down. Only fools rush in, and be cautious because it's a good idea not to like make rash decisions or do some ill-advised impertinent shit. So like these rules really are, I mean, we could have titled it How Not to Be a Dumbass, but our man Gracian is far more eloquent than I am. Use your thinking, me. Yeah, these are definitely probably better as like shorts, seriously. If only I could get down like I'd have to like seriously synthesize some of this stuff. Like I don't know. They haven't seemed to be too terribly difficult yet. 79. A genial disposition. Does anybody know what the word genial means? It's similar to jovial, but it's really more just like approachable, friendly, uh, somebody of good manners and good rapport. If with moderation 'tis an accomplishment, not a defect. So if you're gonna have one of these friendly dispositions, with moderation, mind you, a grain of gaiety seasons all. Ha! Gay? The greatest men join in the fun at times, and it makes them liked by all. But they should always be on such occasions. But they should always on such occasions preserve their dignity, nor go beyond the bounds of decorum. So have fun, but don't make an ass of yourself. Okay? Others again get themselves out of difficulty quickest by a joke. So also be prepared to deploy it as a diffusing weapon. The gaiety, the genial disposition. Small mousin. Yeah, I guess if you don't have the notifications on for the channel on the YouTube, they should have come through on the Rumble. Unless you don't have Rumble on your phone, in which case it probably wouldn't. You know, I have no ideas. I have not seen the Bejujuicing. Neither on the YouTube or nor on the Rumbles. So your guess is as good as mine. For there are things you must take in fun, though others perhaps mean them in earnest. You show a sense of placac is it placability? Which acts as a magnet on all hearts, like, being placatable. Placatability? Placability? I'm not entirely certain. I mean, I'm trying to get to it. I don't know what I'm getting to. I'm not gonna lie to you. We are learning how not to be retards. This is the best information ever. Although I'm too stupid to read it, so that's not super helpful. We try hard though. We try hard around here. Motherfucker, 80. 80, 80, 80. Take care to get information. We live by information, not by sight. We exist by faith in others. That's fairly true. The ear is the area gate of truth, but the front door of lies. Yeah. The truth is generally seen, rarely heard. Seldom she comes in elemental purity, especially from afar. There is always some admixture of the moods of those through whom she has passed. The passions tinge her with their colors wherever they touch her, sometimes favorably, sometimes the reverse. She always brings out the disposition, therefore receive her with caution from him that praises, with more caution from him that blames. Pay attention to the intention of the speaker. You should know beforehand on what footing he comes. Let reflection assay falsity and exaggeration. So we are definitely not taking shit at face value. I'm not gonna lie. I know I've seen you before. Frog's channel? Trying to place the face. If it's your first time over here, like, welcome and sorry for the suck. I mean, it is what it is. What are you gonna do? AT. Wait, did we even talk about this? Yeah, not everything's as it appears, and I mean, there's a really good saying that says believe nothing that you hear and only half of what you see. Like, make sure you can confirm if you find it necessary. Like, actually think about it. If someone is trying to bullshit you, they have an incentive to bullshit you. Maybe be wary of the bullshitting, lest you be bullshitted, which nobody wants that. 81. Renew your brilliance. Okay, this actually sounds promising for a change. "'Tis the privilege of the phoenix. Ability is wont to grow old, and with it fame. The staleness of custom weakens admiration. and a mediocrity that's new often eclipses the highest excellence grown old. Try therefore to be born again in valor, in genius, in fortune, in all. Like this sounds like a shit ton of work to just reinvent yourself just occasionally. But most people I know are constantly changing, and if you're trying to stay on top of your game, you're always pursuing new shit and keeping your uh, skills sharp in the shit that you do know. Like, seems to be of good sense that, like, as long as you're always improving, you don't got to worry about stillness. Sup in ya. That's funny. I'm not gonna tell him that. This is like kind of a lowish energy stream. Like first day back to reality, and it was a bit more exhausting than I had expected. So I contemplated not doing the stream, and then I was like, "Do the stream. Shut up. Don't be a pussy." But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not at the top of my A game here. Display startling novelties. Rise afresh like the sun every day. Like just keep shining. Change to the scene on which you shine. So like vary your locations and what's not though. So that your loss may be felt in the old scenes of your triumph, while the novelty of your powers wins you applause in the new. So yeah, there's a whole section in the last one we did also about like making people miss you so that they feel the need for you more, like make them miss the loss. Can't remember exactly what law that was. I was like halfway through the book when everything blurred together. But there's definitely more in that about this, and this just says keep it fresh. Like, have you tried seeking fame and fortune in the current year, though? Why is it broken? This dang thing. Okay, so the chat pin is Bustos, or maybe I have to. Hmm. Are they all Bustos? This might not be. Hmm. Well, that's kind of bummer. And of course, I have no idea how to get out of the studio and back in again. Well, ain't that the suck? But Squab, if you were much more famous in your youth, maybe you should renew your brilliance and become much more famous in your advanced years. It is a thought worth considering. 82. Drain nothing to the dregs, neither good nor ill. A sage once reduced all virtue to the golden mean. Push right to the extreme and it becomes wrong. Press all the juice from an orange and it becomes bitter. Even in enjoyment, never go to extremes. Thought too subtle is dull. If you milk a cow too much, you draw blood, not milk. Oh, that's fucking gross. Glad they gave me the heads up on that one. So yeah, don't overdo it. Seriously. Like, even too much of a good thing, a bad thing. Like, even if you do too much sex, you might, like, throw out a hip or something, or throw your back out. Like, be careful out there. Don't overdo it. 83. Allow yourself some venial fault. This sounds a lot like never appear too perfect. Hold on, that's strange. Okay, so apparently the chats are coming up. I just can't see them in studio. Fancy bug that one. Ah. Some such carelessness is often the greatest recommendation of talent. For envy exercises ostracism, most envenomed when most polite. It counts it to perfection as a failing that it has no faults. For being perfect in all, it condemns it in all. It becomes an Argus, all eyes for imperfection. 'Tis its only consolation. Blame is like the lightning, it hits the highest. Let Homer nod now and then and affect some negligence in valor or in intellect, not in prudence, so as to disarm malevolence, or at least to prevent its bursting with its own venom. You thus leave your cloak on the horns of envy in order to save your immortal parts. Yep, this definitely sounds a lot like never appear too perfect. You always gotta, like, cut these people some level of slack. Okay, so now my whole chat is dead in the studio. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna try to refresh this. Hopefully, I don't lose everything. Wish me